whenever you're ready.
So what you do is your teacher will highlight a number, and you can do all of it if you need.
Now, what is the number highlighted for?
So it helps you if you need. Well, it's how much you have to do.
Okay. So it's how many activities you choose?
So like on here I gotta do 2. On here I gotta do 2, and I'm not on this yet, but I'm close because I already done that.
All right. Now, how did you like? I noticed there's a big X through this. Why?
That because you did your pre-test. That's what you passed. You passed that part.
So you already know how to do that. Like super awesome.
Yeah.
And so down here, you just need to work on that, and that's why that says start right there.
And then you can go, and once you get done with this, you can do your checkpoint for here, and then do that.
Okay, let me ask you something. So a checkpoint, explain to me what that is.
So a checkpoint is technically where you get a piece of paper, and you gotta fill it out, and then your teacher will grade it, and I got it all right. So technically you would just have to take your time on it, and remember what you do, what you learned. So yeah.
So what if you took a checkpoint and maybe you didn't do super awesome on that? What would you do?
You would have to go back. So let's say I didn't do good on this checkpoint, the start checkpoint. So I would have to go back and do these again, and then take another checkpoint. And if I still didn't get it, I would see Miss Rose. That's why that's there.
Okay. So you don't necessarily have to do all of the tasks to start with, right?
No. Just how many's highlighted.
Okay. And so then if you needed more help, you could get help from her, and then you could practice some more.
Practice more, and if you still didn't get it after you see Miss Rose, do more of that.
Okay. I noticed this says laying the base.
Yeah. Mastering the standard and going beyond the standard.
So what do those mean?
That means like you're still trying to get the beginning of it. Then when you go to mastering the standard, you mastered that, and you don't master this. You'll try to master it. But then going beyond the standard means you got it, and it's going to be even harder.
Okay, it'll be even harder. So once you master the standard, that's really all you have to do.
Yeah.
But as a student, you want to go beyond.
Yeah.
As much as possible, right?
So when you go beyond the standard, it's going to get harder, like equivalent comparing fraction maze, and finding common denominators, finding common numerators is going to be hard when you first start it.
Yeah, because I'm looking at that learning target up here. I can compare 2 fractions with different numerators and denominators using visual fraction models by creating common denominators or numerators. That's a mouthful, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's...
But when you do this part, when you do the first one, it'll probably get easier for the second one.
You think so? So do you think, what do you feel about this in comparison to what you normally do in math?
It's better because this helps you more.
Okay, how?
Because let's say you're doing fractions and you didn't get I can recognize you didn't get fractions with the denominators of 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8. It can help you more because it's easier, because you could go on Khan Academy. In Khan Academy, practice equivalent fraction models, finding equivalent fractions.
So are you saying that you get to also pick the type of activity you do?
Yes.
Okay.
And for the worksheets and interactive notebook, you have them over here. And I've already done this. I'm identifying fractions.
So do you have to do everything behind the tab?
No. The only ones that you got to do is the ones that are on the one you have to do. And let's say I did 2 of these, which I did. So practice equivalent fraction models.
And then if you take your checkpoint, you may not even have to do the other one at all, correct?
Yeah, you might.
Okay.
So let's just say you didn't get review on chore chart, watch Academy video. When you watch the video, you might not have got it.
Okay.
So you would see Miss Rose or do more practice.
Now to see Miss Rose, how do you know how to get her attention, or what do you do when you need to see her?
So when you need to see Miss Rose, you just mark that off, or Miss Rose will do it, and then you just go to her and say, I need help, and then she'll go find a quiet place in your room and help you.
She's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like her a lot.
So, yeah.
Okay, so if you were talking to other teachers, would you, what would you say to them about trying something new like this?
I would say just go ahead and try it because it's good for your kids, because it helps.
Okay, thank you,
You're
Kaylee.
welcome.